What is peace if you only believe that peace is just the absence of war? People pointing fingers straight at us, and you know they might be right. These words I say might sound dangerous. You know we have to change this plight. Peace is more than the absence of war. Love is still worth fighting for. Peace is more than the absence of war. Let us come together and love one another. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Young lady walking down the street, going nowhere fast. Young man, no opportunities, just can't seem to get rid of his past. Well, grown folks can't get no respect, despite their years of wisdom. What's up with Generation X? They need to go back to square one. Peace is more than the absence of war. Love is still worth fighting for. Yeah, peace is more than the absence of war. Let us come together and love one another. Peace is more than the absence of war. Love can open up any door. Peace is more than the absence of war. Throw away the hatred if we're gonna make it. Na 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 na. Hey. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
No more poverty,
No more poverty.
only peace and harmony. That's what we need. What we need.
If you believe that peace is more than the absence of war, won't you clap your hands like this? Come on, clap your hands, people. Yeah. When the absence of war. Yeah. Clap your hands, oh people. Yeah. Peace is more than the absence of war. Yeah, yeah.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Let's Jazz It Up, Blog Talk Radio. That was Peace is More by Clif Payne. Clif Payne, are you with me this evening?
Yes, I'm with you. Hey there, Brenda. Good to be on your show.
All right. Thank you for tuning in. Phone lines are open, everyone. You can call in at 657-383-0771. Welcome Clif Payne on the air. He is a return guest. We have some upcoming events here locally in my city of Evansville, Indiana. Clif Payne, for all the curious listeners and persons that never heard of you, give a brief, tell us all story, how your music journey began.
Well, oh my, it's been a long, interesting, amazing journey going back. I hit the big 6'5" earlier this year. I'm 65. I was born in Harlem in
happy
1954.
birthday.
Thank you. I've been in Evansville now since 1959, or actually 1958, and it's just been such a wonderful ride. I had some great parents, some great grandparents, and a lot of the people in Evansville would remember my parents and grandparents. They would remember my mom, Aline Payne, and certainly my grandparents, the Reverend and Mrs. L.A. McIntyre, McFarland Baptist Church. And, my dad, James Buddy Payne, was someone who worked with Lionel Hampton and a bunch of famous people from the New York scene, Lucky Millinder, Fletcher Henderson, Cozy Cole. In fact, we lived in the same building. When I was in New York, we lived in the same building that Duke Ellington lived in on St. Nicholas, actually 935 St. Nicholas, Sugar Hill in Harlem. And my mother used to tell me all kinds of stories about her just happening to be in the lobby when Duke Ellington used to be there. Duke Ellington was on the 4th floor. We were on the 3rd floor. We were there at the same time. And my father was unfortunately murdered in New York in 1957. And so my mom moved my brother and I, back to her hometown of Evansville, where she was born, where she grew up. And that's where all the music began. I went to Chestnut Walnut School, a school that no longer exists in Evansville. And then I went to Lincoln, the great Lincoln Elementary School, which is still there, and then the Vogel School, elementary schools. I graduated from North High in 1972. And people remember me from way back then. That's like 50 years ago, as guitarist and violinist who sang. And
right.
Once I left, once I graduated in 1972 from North High, I attended Indiana University for a few years and studied with some great folks and went out on the road with a lot of great people. I've been very fortunate since I moved to California in 1980. I've opened for Tony Bennett, Dionne Warwick, and Johnny Mathis, and others. I jump over so many people. I've forgotten some of them until I see them in a magazine or something. And it's been really good. And the best part of my career really has all been after I turned 60. I should also mention the churches I went to in Evansville. I went to 3 different churches in Evansville. I went to McFarland Baptist Church, that's my grandfather's church, and also attended New Hope Baptist Church and Church of Christ in Evansville.
Okay.
So I've been, I've been so many different places in my life and time, as the song goes, and I've worked with so many great people. It's just a joy. It's a joy to be able to come back to Evansville, where all of the music began, and it's still going on. It's still going strong.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And the music that you have going on right now, can you tell the fans out there how to get a hold of your music on any music outlets on the internet?
Yeah. You could check out my music on, of course, iTunes and CD Baby, Amazon.com, SoundCloud, and I'm sure there's some others. After the first of the year, more music will be available on more online outlets. I'm just so happy to be able to bring this music to Evansville. I've got several albums right now. I've got my 2 solo albums. The first one is Welcome to My World, released in 2016. The second one is 2, that's T-O-O, released in 2018. And there's some other albums too. I've got a couple of albums out where I'm with George Benson, Little Anthony. In fact, Little Anthony sent me a personal message about wanting to see me in concert. Evelyn Champagne King, just a variety of different people. Johnny Manuel. So it's just been it's been a wonderful career that is still going strong. A lot of great things happening for 2020, including a very special recording project. Actually, my next album. It's so very special. I can't give the details.
Okay, we'll pass that up and let you bring the info up that you do have some new upcoming projects. Right now, can we talk about this new event that's coming up here in my city of Evansville, Indiana? It's called the Carver Hill Review, which the Evansville African American Museum is presenting. They're celebrating Evansville African American music culture. And Clif Payne, you, and Billy Young are performing?
Yes, we're performing. We're going to be doing a lot of our original music that we wrote, music that we have recorded, and including some songs that other artists are beginning to record. It's so nice to be able to see Billy Young again. I last saw Billy at a performance, at one of my performances that featured Freda Payne, and I should mention Freda because the great Freda Payne, whose big iconic hit Band of Gold, she's on both of my albums, both of my solo albums. In fact, I should also mention on another song, Pieces More Than the Absence of War. Maxine Jones. You may not know the name Maxine Jones, but you certainly know the name of the R&B group that she's with, and the name of the group is called In Vogue. And she's back with In Vogue, and Vogue is beginning a new tour. So
yes, they are.
So it's a certain. It's very, very great.
So Clif Payne, which songs would you be singing at the event coming November 29th, which is held at the DoubleTree Hotel? Which songs or tracks you'll be singing?
The show is still being put together on my end. It's always a challenge because I'll have an hour, just have an hour maximum for the show. We'll be doing some songs from both of my solo albums, Welcome to My World and 2. From Welcome to My World, I know 2 of the songs we'll definitely be doing is one of the songs you heard at the beginning of this show, and that is Pieces More Than the Absence of War. That features Maxine Jones. It also features Reggie Calloway, who is one of the founding members of Midnight Star. That's him on flute. So we'll be doing Pieces More Than the Absence of War, No Pain, No Gain, which features Freda Payne and I, and probably 2 more from that album. From my 2 album, I know we'll be doing 2, the title cut, T-O-O. We will most likely be doing Get Up, Get Busy. That song went to number 8 in England. And I should mention No Pain, No Gain, the duet with Freda Payne, went to number 1 in England year before last. It was the number 1 R&B song in England. And so I'm very, very happy about that. Very, very proud. So the show, and we're going to do a couple of what we call cover songs that you'll recognize. But the show, it'll be a little bit something for everybody.
All right. Thank you for that information. Wow. I am spinning 2